Hey everybody, what's up? My name's Mackenzie.
And I'm Jonathan.
We are husband and wife, and we'd like to welcome you to TerreDice.
And this is a bit of a sad video. So Disney's Sorcerer's Arena, a game that we love, is put on pause indefinitely, at least for future expansions. Now, this game is like somewhat on its last leg in that you can buy it in the stores. It is definitely still in print, but they've kind of made it clear that at this point they're kind of reassessing market fit and whether there is a future for future expansions and such with this game, which were planned, some of which have even been developed. And we kind of wanted to dive into why that's the case. We've played it, we love it. We do want to talk about that, but we also want to talk about just kind of, understanding a little bit better why this game didn't take off in the way that we thought it would, why the videos that we make for this game get 100 views when the next video before and after it get thousands of views. And yeah, so I guess we can just kind of start diving into topics.
So if this is something you want to learn about, then just keep watching.
Now, if you want to see this game, definitely go check out our reviews for the core set as well as the expansions that have come out. But this is a two-player or team-based head-to-head combat game where you have Disney characters that you smash up into a single deck, and then you are competing against the other players to either knock out their champions or take over these King of the Hill spaces in the middle. Now, it is inspired by a mobile app game, but is entirely different kind of in how it's actually played. And it's got some very interesting mechanics. Probably the most interesting pieces are that cards can be played for any character, but if they're played for the correct character, you're going to get big bonuses. But also every card has a suit, of which those suits, once in your discard pile, you can use to get permanent power-up upgrades on your characters for the rest of the round. It is very much about the drafting of which characters you choose, as well as which cards you play, as well as in what order you sort of choose to have your heroes interact on any given round. There is a lot of strategy in this game. If you've played anything like Unmatched or some of these other games, this is deeper, it's heavier, it's cool.
Very thematic, the cards really match up well with the characters, and yeah, it's just and how their synergies, how they work well together. But, so we think this is a good game, and it's a great game, and we've played it a lot, and we've played all the expansions, but I don't know how we want to dive into this first. Why did it not catch on?
Yeah, it's a good question because there is Disney Villainous, there is Lorcana, there's these other Disney products that are still coming out that have picked up a lot of popularity right away. Now this one, just like those products, had a really aggressive plan for lots and lots of expansions and more consumable, every 3 months we'll get new characters. We just got Mulan, we got Mrs. Potts, we got Robin Hood. Before that we got Buzz and
Davy
Elsa.
Jones. They were diving a really cool creative characters too. The fact that you could battle as Mrs. Potts was really awesome. Davy Jones is someone I've never seen used in a Disney game before, so that was also fun.
The Horned King, we had a lot of overlap too. A lot of really fun characters. So I think the pieces that are interesting to me in this, I guess, are, it was based on a mobile app, which means a couple things. If you've played the mobile app, I think it's terrible. I don't like the mobile app at all. And so that being my first experience actually gave me a little bit of a negative bias towards this game before I ever tried it. The second piece, I guess, is because it was a mobile app, they're able to use a lot of the assets from that mobile app, and that includes the art, which has a very particular style about it. It's like a 2D, 3D kind of cartoony art that I guess I wouldn't cater that style of art towards the same audience as this heavy sort of combat game with lots and lots of mechanics in it. So there might be a piece of this that it's the art looks a little bit younger than the game does. It's
very interesting because it could also be that the publisher, the op, they are traditionally more known for your classic board game, like Telestrations, like Monopoly,
Clue.
Tapple, party games. But they've recently dove into the space of more the tabletop scene. I loved when they did Onward, the RPG. That was really, really cool. And then they recently came out with Art Project, which has been killing it. So
we're going to be reviewing that one in a bit too. Yeah,
so
it's very cool.
I don't know if people just first impressions thought it was for youngers. I don't know because
That is an interesting point, because I think like a year from now, if the op keeps it up, like we're gonna be thinking about them as like a heavyweight, like real like board game publisher.
Yeah, Perfect Wave.
Yeah.
Like that art is beautiful. So they are getting into like a more serious board games, I would say. But it's just an interesting subject, and I am sad. I really love the game, and I think there's a lot of strategy, and I think people would really enjoy it, because we have a lot of Disney people on this channel. I don't know if people like only have room in their budget for Villainous. Could be. Maybe they don't want to add anything else on. That's fair.
Yeah, but this game's so affordable. That's the thing. They use acrylic standees, aggressive price points. This is a cheap game as well. Like to get the base game, you can get it in the 30s range. You can get the expansions for like $12 sometimes I've seen. They can go pretty low.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you should give it a try. You should definitely try this game.
We also have lots of people that love two-player games on this channel. So this game, I've only played this two-player. Yeah, and we recently did a YouTube short where we showed that we could fit all of the expansions in the same one box that are currently out, so you can get a smaller footprint as well. It's an interesting case study, and I am really proud with everybody at the op and the designers. We've gotten to know
Fletch
them,
especially.
We've gotten to know them a little from doing the videos, and I hope that Sorcerer's Arena can come back and get the love that I believe it deserves.
Yeah, so for that to happen, what needs to happen now? The current state is that they are assessing, how to go to market with this game. That means people have to buy it. So there are already expansions out. You can go buy them now. There's already a base game out. You can go buy it now. It has Demona from Gargoyles. There's like some crazy
Oh yeah,
fun,
I've totally forgotten about Demona. That's like
throwbacks.
the most like obscure.
So what I would recommend, go get this game. Go get a couple expansions with your favorite characters. Try it out. See how you like it. I think that that's the best thing that we can do for the game, and this is a game that we'll continue to enjoy for what it is. So yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's all we have to say on this topic. You can let us know down below what your thoughts are, or if you want to know more about the game, or why you weren't initially drawn to it. I'm just like really curious from a market perspective. But thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it, and thank you so much to the op for bringing the Sorcerer's Arena to all of us. Until next time, we'll see you next time.
Happy playing.